This tutorial is to highlight how to add a resource element to your website. Please keep in mind as you follow the instructions to add a resource element, it is best to watch the tutorial or learn about the video where it is called Resources and Galleries, because you must have documents, images, video inside of a resource or a gallery in order to add a resource element. So now that we are within our Composer dashboard, in the bottom left corner, please ensure that you are in Composer mode by toggling the icon in the bottom left corner. And I will go through the process in order to add an element, a standard element, and today we will begin with a resource, which is this file folder looking icon here. This is the same icon that is included to the left of your dashboard at the very bottom. So now that I've selected Add a Resource Element, I can select a gallery. When I choose Select a Gallery, I have some options that are available to me. Please keep in mind that a gallery allows for you to upload or share multiple documents, images, or videos, and a resource allows you to do a single document, video, or resource. So once I edit my resource element, you can see I have an option to upload items as a list, in a list view, a grid view, as a slideshow, or just in a single mode. So for today, I'm going to highlight or begin with the list view. Please keep in mind that list, grid, and slideshow are useful with when sharing galleries. So here I'm going to browse the gallery. Once I select browse, I have some options. I can browse through my public galleries or my private galleries. So for today, I'm looking at my private galleries for Granville Academy. Here are some photos that I have already uploaded into this particular gallery that I want to select in order to share on my school website. So once I've selected that gallery, you can see that it is viewable here. If I were to decide I don't want a list view, I'm going to jump to a grid view, my gallery that I chose is still selected here. If I were to jump to a single view, it resets and requires me to select a particular resource. So back on the list view, I am going to just leave all of the items default and select Save at the bottom. Prior to selecting Save, I want to highlight that title option. You can highlight resource and enter a new title. So maybe weather photos. This is a gallery from when a meteorologist visited our students. I can say, I don't want a title and hide it. And then afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and select Save. Now here is the view of my images or of my files in list. Well, to me, this doesn't really highlight this the way that I would like for it to be highlighted. So I can hover over that element, select Edit Element, and say, for today I want it to be in grid view. Now, as I choose Save, this particular gallery has both video and images in it. So you can see that the first few items are our images, and then we have video options down here. Now for formatting purposes, I may look at this and say, well, the size of each of these photos doesn't really get highlighted and doesn't look clean. So I may want to say, I'm going to edit that and move to a slideshow view and select Save. Now I'm going through this process to highlight how these each look underneath or within this element. So now I have the slideshow element where I can use the arrow and browse through these photos in a different manner and these videos. So I'm going to go ahead and add another element. I'm going to choose my resource element. I'm going to select a gallery, but I'm going to highlight that single image or that single file. So once I select single, I'm going to browse. Now I am prompted to select a resource, not my gallery folders, and I can only select one at a time. So this is a really good feature to use when maybe uploading a certain type of form that might be a PDF. It's also useful for our images as well as video. So here I may say that I want to highlight the Get to Know Granville Academy session. So here I'm selecting my thumbnail. I'm going to turn off my title. I'm also going to highlight here this design option at the very bottom of this screen. Now this design option, it is evident on many of our elements, a content element, our image, resource, video, even the embed element. This allows for you to add any text. So I could say something like, click here for all photos, or click here for the presentation. I can click that or highlight that. It's in the header content, and I may add a link to a resource. So I could select the resource, and maybe I'll say, I want to select that. And once I choose save, you can see click here for all photos is in the header. You can also do that under the design option for the footer. So now look at the difference between our slideshow of our gallery, so a number of resources, and then just our single resource image that's here. Keep in mind you can always edit these. We can go down to design and say, nah, I don't want a header at all. I can maybe say I want it below it, move it to the footer, and select save. Now, keep in mind that once you make any of the edits on your page, you are going to want to ensure that you publish that page in order for your audience to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and select publish. I'd like that published now, and here it will be viewable for my audience. And you can always preview what that looks like using the eye icon in the bottom corner. And here is my single image. And then let me head back here. It looks as if my gallery didn't save yet. So I can go ahead and select this and choose save, or my gallery may not have been updated. But either way, you can publish those items and view them. So this tutorial again is highlighting on galleries, resources, and how to add an element that is a resource. Thank you so much.